Hey, what's up, traders? Mike here with the watch list video for Tuesday, January 7th. Let me remind everybody the market's closed Thursday, so some of you might not know that. The SPY gapped up today, popped, but then ended up closing below its open. I'll give you some numbers. The NASDAQ was down or up about 240, and the Dow was down about 25. Let me slide this over for new faces in the room. Pause the video and read that. I switched it up a little bit because I got tired of the old one. No other reason. Somebody asked if my wife got mad about the old one. It's nothing to do with it. I'm just switching it up. All right. So today, I do have one lesson from today that cost me this morning. I played pullback plays in, I think it was QUBT. I always get these two mixed up. Yeah, QUBT. And it really wasn't keeping up with the other ones like IONQ. And when I say the other ones, I'm talking about the quantum plays that are quantum computing plays. So IONQ was really strong. QBTS was doing okay. And I'm not sure how I landed on QUBT, but it has the worst looking chart. It's farthest from its recent highs. Anyway, what I usually do when I'm trading well is I wait and I pick the stocks that have news and are running really strong. Bulls are fully in charge. Then I start playing the first pullbacks to the buy zones, right? Instead, I jumped in a random quantum play because IONQ was strong. Didn't have its own news. Didn't even have a great chart. So I spent most of my day getting back to even from two different losses I took in QUBT. So the only reason I talk about it is I think there's a lesson there. Whenever I deviate from my solid way of trading, and I say solid way of trading, I mean solid for me. Everything you do has to fit your own personality. But whenever I deviate from that and don't do what I normally do, it usually costs me. And it did again today. I ended up the day pretty much flat, but it took me most of the day to make up for those two nasty losses in QUBT. All right. So anyway, having said all that, what are we watching for tomorrow? There were some really nice posts in chat today, by the way. Fubo, FUBO. This was my biggest winner. I played a few different pullbacks in it and did pretty well. It's the one that basically got me back to even from my early morning blunders. Closed at 506, and after hours right now it's trading at 540. That's not surprising when something has that kind of volume and a strong close. A lot of times you'll see it continue after hours. Anyway, we're going to watch that one tomorrow. SMR. I only put that on watch. I don't really love the daily chart. I guess you could picture a trend line here that got broke today, but it's just in that group of three baby nukes. So SMR, NNE looks better, right? It's really getting close to recent highs on the daily chart, and OKLO did break recent highs on the daily chart. But those three tend to run together. So all three of those are on watch. And LTBR in the past has run with those. Today it gapped up and put in a red candle, but I do think that's worth as kind of a sleeper pick, especially if the baby nukes get going, all right? RR also not a great looking chart now because we had the big rip on Friday. Then the gap up took all the wind out of its sails, and it ended up closing on Monday about where it closed on Friday. So who's winning? I don't know. Bulls, Bears, but it's basically a tie for the last two sessions, but it's an in-play stock, so it goes on watch, all right? KITT, same exact scenario. Well, not same exact, but also a gap up and sold off. So we're going to watch that one tomorrow as well. DHAI, I have no idea what happened here, but big volume and a strong close, so I'm going to watch it. BOXL was a serial halter today, and that's because when a stock closes around 40-something cents, the formula they use for halts is based on the previous day's closing price. So this was just halting and halting and halting. But at the end of the day, it still had over 200 million shares traded and a pretty strong daily candle there, right? So we are going to watch it. All right, SGMT, breakout attempt today. Good volume for that stock. I don't love the look of this, but we're going to watch it. GameStop, GME, had nice volume. Doesn't look like much here, but when you look at it intraday, you see it did have a big rip in the afternoon and held up pretty well after that. I'm not sure if it had any news. Rivian, RIVN goes back on watch. We had the big rip Friday, quiet day today, but stayed in the upper half of Friday's candle. So it could be a third day play. NXPL closing way off its highs. Not sure what happened there, but we'll watch it. I think VRAX. Yeah, we're going to watch that too. There's apparently a death from bird flu. I'm assuming traders are right when they jump in VRAX because it's related to bird flu. I can't tell you that for sure. But it is coiling out of a long base, right? And if you go to 5-minute candles, you can kind of see the afternoon volume pop when there was a death. First human death in the United States, I think, don't quote me on that, reported from the bird flu. So other names that you know of in that space could easily be worth watching as well. AMPG, I'm going to put it on Bounce Watch. Had a really nice run. Now we're down like 6 days in a row, getting to that buy zone between the 8 and the 20 day. I like that middle of that zone. So that one goes on Bounce Watch. And SPCB had a huge run, and now we've got a couple red candles in a row. You can see how crazy the candles are, though. So I don't love it, but we'll watch that for a bounce. And that's it for me. I'll see you guys in pre-market, and we'll build a gapper list to add to this as well. That's it. I'm done battling.